closed gates, a long driveway and lawns to approach the palace inside, and marble statues along the driveway and all that. I said, what a beautiful place this is. It had huge open spaces all around, and at a very beautiful place in Pune at that time. Pune was very beautiful then. It's not like now. So I tried to open the gate, it was locked. I called out, there was nobody in sight. What to do? So the compound was made of a low wall and with iron rods with spikes on top, all around. The gate was also like that. Gates were as high as that and with spikes at the top. And there was the side wall which was low, so I decided to climb over the wall. So I climbed on the parapet, then just tried to avoid all those spears in between. I jumped down onto the other side. And then I looked around, nobody was observing. I left my cycle out there and started to walk up the approach road, no sight of any life. Then I entered, there was a beautiful front porch and marble steps leading up to the house. So I started to climb those marble, what do you call, handrest to go up.
Railing?
Huh?
The railing or
Baluster. Yeah. And then there were marble statues all around. The flooring was marble. I said, what a magnificent place. And then when I went there on the porch, I called out, anybody inside? And suddenly a side door opened and out came a man and said, hey, who are you? I said, look, I've come in search of a bungalow. But he says, how did you get into this place first of all? Tell me that. How dare you get in here? So I tried to explain, but he was so angry at the sight of me that he wouldn't let me even talk. He says, get out of here. I don't want to listen to anything. I said, just listen. I am in search of a place for rent. This is no place for a rent, and get out. I don't want to see you. If you don't get out, I'll call the police and have you arrested. You look to be a respectable fellow. What are you doing such things for? He thought I was trying to steal something. So he wouldn't listen. So I just went out, very badly humiliated by him. So that's the humiliation that you have to suffer for him. And he drove me out. So he kept standing there and watching me go down the driveways. And first he asked me, how did you get in? And I told him that. He said, is this the way for a gentleman to come into a place? Are you a thief, or what are you? What do you do? I said, I'm studying, so I can report to your principal. All sorts of things he said. I can't remember even. I said, all right, I'm going back. Please let me go. So he said, vanish from my sight. So I went there, climbed up the wall again, jumped the other side and sheepishly cycled away. But later, another Baba lover was in contact with a very highly placed person who was related to the owner of this place. The owner of this place was the Maharani of Baroda. and his name was Sardar Raste. So that one person, Baba lover, he was also searching for Baba, a place for Baba, and he asked this man, can you help me get a good place? And he said, oh yes, I have one place in mind, let's go and see it. So he took Gadekar to the same house where I had been and showed him. And Gadekar was very pleased and he sent word to us, to me and Adi. So the next day we all three again went with this man to the same place to see the place. So we went there in that man's car. And when we entered there, he blew the horn. And that same man who wasn't replying to me came rushing out from there. I don't know how he heard the horn from the outside the gate, and came and opened the gates quickly, unlocked it, and when our car passed, he bowed to the ground. You know, that traditional, they used to do that. And then he came running behind the car, and we parked on the porch. And there we alighted, and he came along, and he was attending to the person. And when I get out, he looks at me, I look at him, and I started strutting there. And he felt humiliated now. But that's how it is. And eventually we got that place. So such are the things that you have to face to please him. And even that I felt, what was the big thing about it? A little humiliation. What of it? So this is how we had life with the Lord. Very colorful, very joyous, but full of pain also.
Meherwan, would you say the pain was greater than the joy though?
Pardon?
Was the pain greater than the joy?
Was
Would
the
you
pain
say-
greater than the joy?
You said there was great pain.
Did you feel greater pain than joy, or greater joy than pain?
Joy.
You did.
The more the pain, the greater the joy. It's a sadistic thing. It's a love addiction, you know. Becomes sadistic. And above all, Baba wants us to be with him, leading a life in the world. Be with me, Baba says. Take me along with you. Don't separate me from your life. So try to be in his company, try to repeat his name. He has told us that keep repeating my name as often as possible. So in his absence, this is what we have to do now, to bring his presence in our life. It's not easy. Allurements of Maya are always there. You get distracted with so much to do that sometimes you feel, what's happening? You feel as if you are drifting. But he wants us to always remain contented, calm, not to lose your equipoise, and try to remember him as often as possible and keep company with him and make him your constant companion. So it's getting time for us to go.
What is your name?
Seven?
7?
Yeah.
You're from where?
Boston.
Boston.
Don Stevens.
Okay. Righty, you look familiar, but I couldn't remember your name.
So would mine.
Meherwan is just getting real good. I don't want to go.
What's that?
Just getting so good, this conversation, I don't want to depart.
That's the sadistic bit, Walter. Just when it gets good, you make to leave.
That was Baba's
That's
habit,
what we
you
have
know.
to.
When he was used to give very interesting sort of explanation about spirituality, and everybody would be very immersed in what Baba was saying. And one day suddenly Kitty barges in while this was going on, and he says, Baba, Baba, I have these shoes for repair. And the man, I think, has left. What shall I do? The bazaar man has left. She brings the shoes in front of Baba. And Baba looks at her and says, he just put his hands out like this. He says, she has brought me down from the realms of height of spirituality down to earth. And now my mood is spoiled. So enough of all that. And I'll have to attend to her now. Some medium, otherwise he himself would interrupt it. There's enough of it.
Or Bob, how about Meherwan telling them how at Guru Prasad Baba would have, he'd be telling, all that would be going on, and then he'd say, so how many of you will obey me? And everyone's hands would fly up that they were going to obey him. And then the next thing he'd say is, okay, then, exit this hall within a few minutes.
Yeah. Get out of here. Those first will be pleasing me the most. Rush out. And they would all want to rush out, not tarry there. That was his humor. His humor was what made him very approachable. Chalo.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.